Hi, I just want to do a quick review of Exam 3, which is available for download if you look under Course Content under Chapter 5. So basically, here's what we've got. The first set of questions just involve one statement where you're going to have to identify the copula, subject term, predicate term, and you need to write those out. When you get down to here, where it says if both the quantity and quality are changed, the resulting statement is, make sure you write out the entire statement. Don't just say it's an A statement or an E statement or anything like that. All right, continuing down, the next set of problems are based on arguments where there's one premise and one conclusion. You're going to have to use the square of opposition, and you're going to have to use obversion, conversion, and contraposition. You could also use Venn diagrams. It doesn't matter what method you use as long as you show me your work. All right. Now, one of the things that you have to remember in this section is to determine if you're going to use Aristotelian or Boolean. Aristotelian, you use traditional square of opposition. Boolean, you use the modern square of opposition. Aristotelian, you use the circle X on Venn diagrams. Boolean, you do not. All right. So that choice then is going to determine how you answer these questions. Continuing down, I need some music playing in the background again, but we're not going to do that. Then just complete some Venn diagrams here, and obviously these should be self-evident. I see that for number 16. I haven't changed that yet, but it should be W and H. Oh no, E and H is fine. Never mind. I keep looking for mistakes. I go over these. Now, for the ones that you convert to categorical statements, remember the categorical statements have one of the four forms. All are, no are, some are not. Remember, all are not, no are not forms. Also, remember both the subject and predicate need to be terms. A term is something that can be used as the subject of a sentence. So if you have, or actually an easy way to do this is to take the predicate of each statement that you translate and make sure that you can use that predicate as the subject of a sentence. If you can't, just add a noun to it. If you have some roses are red, you can't say all red are. So change it to some roses are red flowers or some roses are red things, something like that. Okay, continuing down, we have a number of problems, actually 3, where you're given a syllogism, and remember we don't know if S, M, and P exist, so we don't want to use circle X here. We're asking ourselves first of all to do the Venn diagram. Then B, you want to determine if it's valid or invalid from the Boolean perspective. Remember, if it's conditionally valid, it's going to be invalid from the Boolean perspective. Name any rules broken. That's from section 5.3. And if no rules are broken, write none. Now remember, rules 1 through 4, and you need to state the name of the fallacy, okay? The fallacies for rules 1 through 4 will be broken if it's invalid. If it's conditionally valid, it's going to be the existential fallacy, and if it's valid, there will be no rules broken, all right? So you want to make sure your answers are consistent unless you're trying to, split the difference and figure, well, I'll get some of them right. D, state whether making an existential assumption affects the validity. That's only going to affect the validity if it's conditionally valid. So really the question for D is this conditionally valid? And then for E, name the mood and figure. And so let's continue down. These ones are similar, except now instead of being given the syllogism, you're being given the mood and figure, and you have to write out the syllogism. So it's a little bit different. And I have a video about how to do that. Okay, for this one, basically this is getting rid of the nons, 5.4. So you want to write this out, and you want to write it using the letters F, H, and E, and write it out as a standard form syllogism. Remember, major term or major premise, then minor premise, and then conclusion. Okay, then you want to determine the validity using any means of your choosing. And with this one, this is 5.5. This is where you need to translate these into categorical statements and then put it into categorical form, writing out each statement, and then again determining if it's valid or not. Finally, 5.6, enthymemes. You don't have to write these out in categorical terms. All you have to do is say what's missing, whether it's the premise or conclusion, and what that premise or conclusion would be. And you can just write that in regular English. It doesn't have to be in categorical terms. All right. If you have any questions on the exam, please post your question. If it's a general question, if there's something specific that you don't think would help other students, feel free to email me. All right. Good luck on the exam, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye.